Welcome, my Leo friends, to your October monthly reading. We're going to get a breakdown of a week-to-week look at what's going to be ahead for you this month. We'll also get into your career and finance as well as your love sector. So, major events occurring this month. We have on October 7th a full moon in Aries, on October 21st a new moon in Libra, and October 31st is Halloween. So, with that being said, that's what we have coming up for you this month. We're going to jump right into your spread and see what's happening. I hope you're all doing well today. All right, let's look at week 1 for October for Leo, please. What do we have going on in week 1? Thank you. We have patience. Exert patience. All right, week 2. 7th chakra. That is your crown chakra, Archangel Uriel. All right, so there is a heavy focus on crown chakra activations, opening, clarity. Let's look at week 3, please. What's going on in week 3 for Leo? Week 3. Blossoming abundance. Beautiful. Let's look at week 4, please. Thank you. All tied up. Okay. Bottom of the deck is attachment. So there's definitely something this month that you need to let go of. Okay. So it feels like all this beautiful energy is opening up here, but there's still something here at the end of the month that may come back and be like, look, we still have a contract. It needs to be let go of. We'll see what that is. We'll get into the spread. All right, let's jump into the first week. Tell me more about this patience card with week 1. What do we need to know for this week for Leo? Tell me about this first week. We have the 5 of Cups. All right. Give me one more, please, for Leo for this first week. One more. Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Okay. So what I'm getting with this message for that first week is have patience, because things are going to be leaving your life, and it's okay to be sad about the things that are leaving your life, but they are being escorted out for your highest good. And I know that that's never a fun thing to hear, but it is the absolute truth. It is so that this Wheel of Fortune can turn in your favor and give you blessings in its place. All right, let's see if we can get any more information. Thank you. We have the Bull. Don't back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Okay. And then we'll take this one since that's the only one that flipped up right. You are on the road to success. So it feels like a tough road, but it's the road to success. And guess what? Nothing good ever came easy. That's what I'm hearing with that message. All right, let's look at week 2. So something's going on with your crown chakra. I am getting crown chakra activation. You may be visited by Archangel Uriel. Maybe there's some divine assistance that is coming in for you. We have the 7 of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles. The other 2 that wanted to come out is the 9 of Cups and the World. I'm not going to take those, but definitely feels like something has ended here. Very interesting energy. Something has ended. What this feels like to me is 2 things are coming up. One, maybe solid, stable energy has been offered to you, and you have said no to it. Now, this is second week in October, so now we're even speaking, futuristically, if you will. So, don't do that, is the message I'm getting. Because it feels like something solid wants to come in. So, it's tying me back here to this past energy. Don't let your past energy prevent you from receiving your blessings, okay? So that's what I'm getting with this here. And because we have the World card here, you know, this is an ending of sorts, but we have the Nine of Cups underneath it. So it's like you can be happy all by yourself. So if it is a relationship that's ending, it's going to be fine. You're going to get over it, and you're going to be happy all by yourself, okay? Because 9 is single energy. So don't let whatever happened in a past situation block your future blessings. That's the message here. All right, let's look at what else we got here for this week. Tell me more. Because, yeah, this feels like conflicting energy, but when you put it in a sense of, you know, don't let it block you. Okay, we have the Elephant. A long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. All right, let me grab that one that fell on the... All right, we got the Quill. Get back to the basics. So what I am now getting, and again, this put a little twist on what we were already talking about, is there may be some hesitation to leave something behind because it's already been a long journey. Maybe it is a long relationship. You're like, look, I invested too much into this. I can't leave now because I've already invested so much. But here's the thing. It was not meant to last. And you are now wiser at the end because of it. So I can't really say much else about that. Getting back to the basics, you know, there was a point in time when you supported yourself, when you were alone, you were happy, you figured it out, you did the thing. And Spirit's trying to remind you of that because you don't need a relationship that does not balance and reciprocate your energy. Because that's a lot of the reasons why you probably gave more than you received. You thought you were getting some sort of return, and maybe you didn't. All right, let's take a look at the third week. We now have Blossoming Abundance, which again, beautiful energy. This feels like you getting back to those basics and starting to see the things that you're putting your energy towards growing. And you're starting to see some abundance. There's the World card. It wanted to come out. But we've got to put an ending to something in order to see this new blossom, right? Like what they're showing me is like an old garden that's got a bunch of dead stuff in it. You got to like weed it and rototill it and get the soil ready for this new growth. Okay? And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords is like a messenger in the background, eager to learn, eager to do the thing, you know, whatever the thing is. Could be somebody that's kind of lurking in the shadows, wanting to send you a message, maybe not, maybe just spying on you. I even just heard like waiting for your downfall. I don't know why that would be. Could be cross watchers. Yeah, this does feel, and I hate to say it, but it's on the cards like third party energy now. Because we have an ending here with two individuals and then this third person, like with a hatchet. So I know this is a zombie deck, but like literally going, did you break up yet? Like, can I step in? Like, it's just a very interesting dynamic. Something has ended, and there's definitely somebody out there waiting for their time to communicate. Very weird. Very weird. Let's see what else we have going on here. We have Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Love it. So don't worry about this person in the shadows with the hatchet. Pay no mind to that individual. What else do we have, please? We have the Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. Yeah, all right. This could be like a jealous, envious ex. And I don't know if it's you. This energy is a little hard to read because it's not clear on the who's who here. There's a lot going on to the point of it's not nailed down. It's again, jealous ex, heartache over what you no longer have. Somebody may be sending that negative energy, that evil eye out, especially if that other person is in a new relationship. Okay. So if this is you that is ended something and now you're the one in the shadows watching your person go on with someone else, like, you got some stuff that wants to come in here, but you gotta let some stuff go. I do want to look at this all tied up card though. What is that? Because that's in the last week here. Tell me more about that situation. All right, we have the Six of Wands and the Star card. So what I'm getting with the all tied up is that you have options, you have choices. You're not stuck. You're not tied up. You can go out and do something else. In fact, you have some sort of dream or hope or wish that you've been wanting to move towards. Okay. We have Unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Okay. Trust your instincts. And then we have the Fan. Romance, celebration, and party. I feel like this may have hurt, whatever this was. This heartache over what you no longer have. But it doesn't feel like it lasts very long. Because look, by the next week, you're like, on to the next. All right, good for you. Good for you. Let's jump into your career and finance and your love situation for this month. What do we have going on for that for Leo, please? Thank you. We have goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. I love it. So here's what the main message is that I'm going to tell you before I even get into the book. 'Cause the book's not going to read on this energy. Put your attention where you want to manifest. And I'm saying that because you can be this individual here that's brokenhearted over what you no longer have, spying, or you can put it towards success. You can put it towards a new love. Whatever it is that you're trying to acquire here, okay? So let's read on this card. I grabbed it totally upside down. It's like this energy is very disorienting. It's kind of scatterbrained energy. If you have been feeling bored, restless, super sensitive, or more vulnerable to criticism than usual, stay positive and remember criticisms cannot hurt you unless you let them. A goal that you thought was unreachable now seems closer than ever. Learning some new skills or even taking up a brand new hobby can help your progress. Let old plans, concepts, and expectations go. It is time to start afresh. Big changes are in store for you now. Trust your instincts and play your hunches, and you could also gain some extra money. For personal and relationships, many doors are closing, but just let them. You now have the chance to completely change your life. If you move forward and leave the past behind, once and for all, a relationship that may be draining you or holding you back will end. This is necessary for your personal progress. Fresh relationships and personal goals are being realized. Great changes and a new way of life are emphasized, but personal sacrifices will have to be made in order to fulfill your dreams. A meeting with someone will really boost your self-esteem and bring on dramatic changes to your finances. Act on this advice, or you may regret it later. For career and money, you have ideas to convey and people to persuade, but don't oversell yourself. You will soon be in the driver's seat, and things will certainly go in your favor. A unique achievement will make you and those around you feel so proud. Kicking major goals is the plan right now. All right. Yep, all of that really did confirm everything that we already discussed, and I just knocked an entire tarot deck on the floor, so I'm gonna have to pick that up. But we're gonna get into the last card for you, which is your Shapeshifter Oracle. All right, let's get one Shapeshifter Oracle, please, for Leo for the month of October. What card has a message for them for this month? Artemis of the Forest. Now you are independent and free. Yes, very much that is alluding to what we were discussing previously. You know, something is ending, but it's to your benefit. You know, I'm also getting too with the crown chakra here, this activation. You know, like just while doing your reading today, I got a headache. And that may be what you're dealing with at this time. So let's read on this card. It is a time for you to go back to the basics for a time. Look at this. Back to the basics. So, confirmation. To test yourself against nature's demands, to go without the luxuries and the support that you believe that you need to survive. You are about to discover that you can take care of yourself and yet remain as true as the hound, as gentle and alert as the deer, and as wild and free as Artemis herself. You must take up the silver arrows and silver bow of the huntress. Keep them clean and sharp, waste nothing, and watch to know what to do next. Your senses, wiles, and knowledge of the forest will keep you alive at this time. You must address the very fundamental things of your life. Look at who or what provides them and take steps to cultivate those relationships. Food, water, shelter, healing. You will become the huntress for a time. And this is an empowering, liberating thing. Once this is done, you shall be protected and cared for by the perfect protector and provider who is inspired and delighted by your independence and strength. And guess what? The strength card is your signifier card. You got this. You can do this. It's not going to be easy because, again, we have the Five of Cups. You know, you may be upset over things that you no longer have, including people or relationships or stuff. You know, I don't know if you have to get rid of literal stuff, but you're going to do this next part of your journey, and it feels like you're going to be doing it by yourself, but with help, right? So, Leo, this has been your reading, and I hope it resonated with you. If it did, go ahead and give it a like, share, subscribe. If it didn't, that's okay. Go ahead and check out one of your other signs that falls into your sun, moon, or rising, and you could put the pieces together that way. But I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And may you be divinely favored, divinely guided, and divinely led, protected, and loved. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, everyone, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.